Zwaliłam.
Iga Świątek's season has been a wild ride. After the US Open in September, she vanished from the tournament scene, opting out of the tour's Asian swing, all due to sheer fatigue. But wait, there's more chaos. She's shaken up her coaching crew and watched her ranking plummet amidst a storm of controversy. From dominating on clay to struggling against the powerhouse hitters on hard courts, it's been a season of extremes. So what's really going down with Iga? Iga kicked off 2024 with a bang, powering Poland to the United Cup final and notching wins at every turn. And despite a shocking upset at the Aussie Open, she bounced back to dominate in Qatar and Miami, proving she's a force to reckon with. But the real magic happened on clay, her kingdom. Iga celebrated her 100th week as world #1, saved 3 championship points at the Madrid Open in the longest match of her career, to grab her 20th career title nonetheless, matching Radwanska as Poland's most decorated player. She then crushed at the Italian Open, tearing through the competition and thrashing Sabalenka in the final. Riding this wave, Iga swept through Roland Garros, snagging her 4th French Open crown. But then came the Paris Olympics, a golden opportunity turned sour. Zheng Qinwen shattered Iga's gold medal dreams in a heart-wrenching semifinal.
It's more tears. Now, are they because she's won bronze, or is it still tears for yesterday?
Though she clinched a bronze by defeating Karolina Schmiedlova, it was clear something shifted in Iga. Following up with a semifinal at Cincinnati, her season spiraled downwards at the US Open with a quarterfinal exit to Jessica Pegula, spotlighting her ongoing battles in Grand Slams outside of Paris and her vulnerability on faster surfaces. And then in October, boom, the tennis world got rocked as Iga dropped a bombshell after 3 epic years and a trophy case that's busting at the seams. Iga and her coach, Tomasz Wiktorowski, are going their separate ways. Yeah, you heard it right. She hit Instagram to announce the split. After 3 years of the greatest achievements in my career, together with my coach, Tomasz Wiktorowski, we decided to part ways. Together, they snagged 4 Grand Slams and catapulted Iga to world #1. But as we all know, all great partnerships come to an end, and for Iga, the timing couldn't be more perfect. Wiktorowski transformed her into a clay court juggernaut, but now it's time to evolve, to bring in fresh tactics. Iga is pushing for more, aiming to dominate on all surfaces. She's already the best, but now seeks a coach who can elevate her game further to snag even more non-clay titles. With major team changes, Iga skipped the Asian swing to regroup and hinted at potential new international coaches. Despite reigning as world #1, her performance on faster courts hasn't been up to her high standards. And then the tennis scene got a major shakeup when Iga's Instagram dropped the news. Wim Fissette is her new coach. I'm super excited to start this journey with Wim, Iga wrote online. She's gearing up for the WTA finals, but her eyes are set on the long haul. My career is a marathon, not a sprint, she reminds us, focusing on strategic, long-term decisions. The split with Wiktorowski was big, but Iga was clear she wanted a coach from outside Poland, someone with a stellar global rep.
This could be great to work with a player like Iga one day, and of course when I got the phone call, I was like...
And that's going to be Wim Fissette, the Belgian coaching ace who's guided the careers of tennis players like Kim Clijsters and Angelique Kerber into major title winners nonetheless. Plus, he's also worked with former world #1s Simona Halep, Victoria Azarenka, and Naomi Osaka, while helping Johanna Konta reach the Wimbledon semifinals in 2017. He's known for his magic touch with positive reinforcement and creating a synced powerhouse team vibe.
I had a few calls with Iga, also with the rest of that we're all on the same line, that we have the same goals, that we see the things more.
Freshly teamed up, Fissette was also stoked about his new gig, and he's got big plans. I'm thrilled about hitting the clay at Roland Garros with Iga, he shared with Eurosport. It's a chance to learn from the best and dive deep into her unique clay court magic. But it's not just about maintaining clay dominance. Fissette's got his eyes on the bigger prize, helping Iga conquer her tougher battlegrounds, the Australian Open and Wimbledon. Turning Iga into a powerhouse on faster courts is our major goal, he admitted. The challenges? quick shifts from clay to grass, and boosting Iga's confidence on unfamiliar terrain. Fisset is all about innovation and adaptability, ready to mix up the training methods to find that winning formula. With his track record of leading champs to glory, can he propel Iga to master all surfaces? What do you think? All right, here's the tea on Iga's game off the clay courts, straight from the fans. While she's been crushing it on the slower surfaces, some fans are scratching their heads. Why isn't that success spilling over to non-clay slams? We dove onto Reddit and some other tennis blogs, and here's what they're saying. Some see Iga as a total beast, especially on slow hard courts, but there are whispers about why she's not dominating on faster ones. One fan nailed it, saying, "She's still very young. Her consistency will rise." They even drew parallels to a young Nadal who had his own struggles on quicker courts before owning multiple surfaces. The big theory? Court speed. Yep. Fans are zooming in on this, pointing out that 5 of her 6 hardcourt 1000 wins were on slower surfaces like Indian Wells and Doha. User Octopus Nation 2024 dropped this: "Świątek basically loves slow hard just as much as she loves clay. When the courts speed up, like at the Aussie Open or Wimbledon, it's a different ballgame. Those faster courts expose her struggles against flat, hard hitters like Rybakina and Collins. Could Wim Fisset be the guy to fix this? Fans sure hope so. But wait, there's more. It's not just about the physical game. Some say it's mental. One fan brought out the stats, saying that randomness in a 3-set match can make or break a champion. 3 underperformances relative to expectation could reasonably be chalked up to randomness, they argue, suggesting that as Iga's career progresses, her consistency will level up. And then you have the defenders, 6 Masters, a slam on 2 surfaces, and she's 23, shouted another fan. The baffling thing should be how good she is at that age. They even compared her to Nadal in 2007, who faced similar criticisms before rising to all-court dominance. Bottom line from fans' side, Iga's got the skills, the time, and the tools. She's already proving she can shine on different surfaces. Court speed, tough draws, off days, no sweat. The consensus is clear. Iga's not just a clay queen. All right, let's dive into some drama for Iga. After dominating as the #1 for 50 straight weeks, she's just been knocked down to #2. Who did it? Sabalenka, who's clawed her way back to the top spot for the first time since last November. The crux of this ranking roller coaster? WTA's strict rule: players need to compete in 6 WTA 500 events annually or they lose points. Both Iga and Sabalenka missed the mark, leading to critical point deductions. The Pole lost 120 points from her 4th-round exit at the Miami Open, a stinging blow, considering it's a WTA 1000 event where she previously shone. Sabalenka, on the other hand, lost just 10 points from an early exit in Dubai. This minor loss allowed her to sneak past Iga by a hair, turning the rankings on their head. And with that, the drama intensifies as the WTA finals approach. Here's where it gets crunchy. Further point drops are on the horizon. Iga is set to lose 130 points from the Australian Open and Wimbledon, and an additional 195 from the Stuttgart semifinals. Sabalenka's situation is slightly better. She'll shed 65 points from her Miami performance. The WTA finals will be the ultimate battleground where these top contenders can flip the script. Last year, Iga dazzled, annihilating the competition and securing a whopping 1,500 points by thrashing Jessica Pegula 6-1, 6-0 in the final. Sabalenka, on the other hand, stumbled a bit but still racked up 625 points. I hope she'll figure out the coach situation and she'll be back in the finals in her best shape, Sabalenka expressed at a press conference, highlighting the intense rivalry and mutual respect between the two. Now, despite the ranking roller coaster, Iga still joined the ranks of tennis titans like Steffi Graf, Serena Williams, and Martina Navratilova as one of the only 7 women to hold the world #1 spot for multiple 50-week stretches. Iga first ascended to #1 in April 2022, holding tight to that spot for an impressive 75 weeks. After a brief step down, she reclaimed the throne in November 2023 and kept it until late October this year, marking another 50-week run. So here's the showdown. Can Iga's new game plan with coach Wim Fisset help her reclaim #1, or will Sabalenka keep her crown? The WTA finals are coming, and it's all on the line. Who's gonna take it? Let us know.